Welcome to Get Your Mind Right. Today, we're diving into your questions and insights in our mailbag segment. Thanks to everyone who wrote in. Let's open up the mailbag.
All right. It is vibe check time. Are you locked in? Are you focused? Are you ready to tackle some real world sales challenges? Well, that's why we're here. It's Mailbag Friday, and today we're diving into time management, independence in sales, and how to keep merchants from running for the hills. Emily's dealing with a lot of things that high performers often struggle with, feeling like the day slips away and stressing over what didn't get done instead of celebrating what did get done. Emily, we're going to flip that mindset. And Dawson has a big career question. Should you be a 1099 or should you be a W 2? If you're in sales, this decision can define your income, your freedom, and your long term success. Finally, Steve wants to know how to improve your merchant retention. Because getting the sale is one thing, but keeping it, well, that's where the real money's made. So grab on to that full throttle mindset because we're going to break all this down like a bull rhino on a mission. Let's roll. So my first question is from Emily Rathgaber of Chandler, Indiana. And Emily wants to know, how do I get over this feeling like my day has slipped away from me and I didn't get enough done? Well, Emily, this is something every top producer has wrestled with at some point. Feeling like no matter how much you do, it's never enough. Here's how you can combat that. The first thing I want you to do, Emily, is to win the mental game because your mind, your psychology, the way you're wired, is always going to default to what's unfinished. You got to train yourself to recognize the wins. At the end of the day, instead of thinking, man, I didn't get to X, Y, or Z, shift to, today I closed 2 deals, I teed up 3 new prospects, and I set a follow up with my best lead. The second thing is, Emily, is I want you to prioritize like a rhino. Instead of letting busyness control your day, start each morning with the big three. And these are the 3 things that, if completed, are going to make today a success for you. If you get more done, well, guess what? You're on bonus time. But if you nail these 3, Emily, you've won the day. The second thing of prioritizing like a rhino is never forgetting the 80-20 rule. And that is that 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. Identify that 20% and spend more time there. The last thing is, Emily, is to reflect and adjust. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I spend time on my most important activities? What could I have delegated or streamlined? What kind of small adjustments can I make that are going to make tomorrow even smoother and more productive? Emily, sales is not about running yourself ragged. It's about maximizing impact. The day didn't slip away from you. You just need to reframe for the win. My next question comes from Dawson Dimmitt from Boonville, Indiana. Dawson is wanting to know about compensation. John, should I be a 1099 or independent contractor or W 2 or salary employee? Which is better? Well, Dawson, this is a great question, and this is one of the biggest career defining choices that any salesperson can ever make. I'm going to give you the brass tacks. So, first of all, let's talk about the 1099 or independent contractor. This is the entrepreneur mode person. Now, your first big benefit on this is you have unlimited earning potential. You're not capped. And the harder and smarter you work, the more you're going to make. Next big benefit is freedom. You set your own schedule. You work with multiple products. You build your own book of business. It's your business, babe. No one there telling you what to do. Next advantage that a lot of people like are the tax advantages. You get to write off business expenses, travel, home office costs. You get to keep more of your money. Now, of course, Dawson, there's some downsides to this. There's no guaranteed income. This is jungle rules. You eat what you kill. You don't produce, you don't get paid. The other big downside is you don't get any benefits. You got to cover your own health insurance and your retirement planning. So let's shift to the second part of this, Dawson. This is your W 2 or your salary sales rep. This is more of your security mode person. You get some big benefits with this. Number one, you get a base salary with those benefits. This means a steady paycheck, health insurance, possibly 401k, and other great bennies. There's structured support when you're a salaried employee. The company's going to provide you training, leads, and tools to help make you be successful. There's also less administrative work. You focus on selling. Your company handles commissions, taxes, product sourcing, that whole infrastructure financially that's there to support you. Now, there are some downsides to this. Sometimes there can be a little lower of an earnings ceiling on this. There might be commission caps or performance restrictions. And of course, there's going to be less flexibility. Your schedule, your territory, and products are often dictated by your company. So, which one is right for you? Well, if you want total control over your income and lifestyle, the 1099 is the move. If you prefer stability with fewer headaches, W2 might be a better fit for you. My take, if you've got the drive, discipline, the vision, and the rhino-like mentality, 1099 is a great path for you. But if you need that support, you need that system around you, need that people, W2 can be a great stepping stone to go into full rhino mode. Thanks for a great question, Dawson. My last question for today comes from Steve Harler from Fredericksburg, Virginia. And Steve wants to know how he can improve his merchant retention. Well, Steve, this is a great question because, as you know, getting merchants to sign is only the first step. Keeping them long term, it's where the real money's made. Here's how to lock them in. First thing, Steve, is give them a great experience on their onboarding. First impressions matter. If they've had a bad setup experience, they're already halfway out the door. Walk your merchant through exactly what they should expect. Eliminate all the surprises. And then also, Steve, I want you to follow up with them within the first 48 hours before they even have any chance to feel any kind of regret. Second thing, Steve, is solve problems before they happen because merchants leave when they feel ignored. Set regular check-ins with them, even if it's just a quick text or an email. Anticipate their needs. For example, if you see a chargeback spike, call them before they call you. And the last thing I want you to do, Steve, is if you say that you treat all your merchants like VIPs, you got to also make them feel like they're a VIP. Recognize their milestones, their first month or big sales day or their first year with you. Celebrate that with them. The other thing, Steve, is keep the relationship fresh by introducing new solutions. Always be finding a way to add more value. Can they expand their digital sales footprint? Do they need a better POS? And Steve, I want you to make retention a system. Only if you only reach out when there's a problem, you may sometimes be too late. Now, remember, merchant retention is not about just keeping accounts. It's about keeping engaged, profitable accounts. Be proactive, be present, and you be the one that they trust. Well, that's a wrap on another Mailbag Friday. You got that, tough guy? So now you know how to reframe your productivity, Emily. And Dawson, whether you should be a 1099 or W2. And Steve, how to keep your merchants from wandering off into the pasture. So what's next? Well, I want you to get your rhino on. Take what you've learned, hit the field, and charge at your goals. No distractions, no hesitations. And one more thing. Hit that follow and like button. If you like what you've heard today, tell a friend. No excuses, just action. Get your mind right. I'll see you here on Monday.